Hi everyone, I've got today an amazing piece of art history. It's very small, very compact, but this is a set of paints by Winsor and Newton from the late 1940s. From the quality of this palette, it looks like it's never been used, and as you can see, the paints themselves are completely original, untouched, and ready to be put to a better use than just sitting in a little box. But the box itself is wonderful. So this thing itself, the bit that actually holds the paints, is made of metal, and you can see there Winsor and Newton. When I was doing a little bit of research on this box, I wasn't quite sure when this was produced. It could have easily been from the 1950s or 60s, or perhaps even earlier, from 1930s. What narrowed things down to the late 1940s, or the post-World War II production, are a couple of things. So first of all, these pigment tubes themselves. So you can see that it says there London, and the lid of these tubes is metal rather than plastic. So this was very much a pre-1945 thing. So I think in the early 50s the tubes started using plastic lids, but this is definitely pre-1950s. But what's putting it into the later 1940s rather than 1930s are actually these half pans. So these half pans are made of plastic, but you can see that they are completely original. So if we carefully take one out, we'll see that Winsor and Newton scholastic quality. So this is original plastic half pans that Winsor and Newton started making after World War II. So plastic was becoming a new and improved material, and prior to World War II, these half pans would have been made out of ceramic. So this is really what's kind of helped me date this box a little bit. So it's the design of this off-yellow creamy, the actual mixing surface, paints themselves. They are certainly pre-1950s paints, but the half pans are plastic, which is just beginning to be used after World War II. So, and actually this comes with its with an original brush. So this is Winsor & Newton, made in England, Series 36 squirrel hair brush. So I'm going to give it a go, actually, both the brush and the paints. But what's really cool as well is that some of these pigments are no longer produced. So here, for example, we have the gamboge pigment, which is quite, well, fairly toxic if it's ingested. And nowadays you're more likely to find a pigment called the new gamboge, which is a synthetic version of this pigment and is not toxic. But these pigments, again, I think they're quite cool. I'm not sure how usable they are. They're probably quite dry in these tubes. But I think the little tubes themselves are quite neat. The other interesting thing about this is, as you can see, we can look at the colors themselves. So we have yellow ochre, crimson lake, Prussian blue, gamboge tint, vermilion mid-tint, burnt sienna, chrome yellow pale, light red, ultramarine, green, bice. And here we see box number A10, Winsor & Newton scholastic, with a little emblem there as well, watercolors. All of these ivory black. Again, they're present in here, so this is a little bit used. There's the ivory black, and we've got the Chinese white, which is this Chinese white. So a very cool little box, very cool colors, and now I'm going to try them out for the first time in I would say 80 years. Okay, so I've let the water soak in a little bit into these half pans, so hopefully they're activated now. There we go. That's much nicer. So this is yellow ochre. Crimson Lake. Wow, I think it's going to be a really vibrant. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Look at that, 80-year-old pigment. And it's so, so rich. Crimson Lake. Prussian blue. Gorgeous. One thing I did read is that these vintage paints, even though this is just a student grade paint, they used to have much higher pigment concentration than the paints do now, or student grade paint. So this is probably as close to current artist grade as you can get. This is gamboge tint. So this is the oh, that's so lovely. Such rich yellow tint. They don't make this pigment anymore because again it's a toxic pigment. So they don't make it anymore. Next we've got vermilion. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. Wow. So rich. Green bice. That's lovely. And then we've got ultramarine. So this will be really interesting. So I don't think ultramarine would have changed too much over the years. So we should still see this nice granulation. That's lovely. And then we have a light red. Chrome yellow.
This brush is really lovely as well. It's quite thirsty, it holds a lot of water. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue using it because some of the bristles are already beginning to separate and I don't really want to ruin this brush.
There's chrome yellow. And finally, we have burnt sienna.
Which again is quite similar to this light red colour. Maybe a little bit warmer.
Yellow ochre. Crimson Lake. Prussian blue. Gamboge tint. Vermilion mid tint. So bright. Green bice. Ultramarine. Light red, chromium yellow, and burnt sienna. And this is the beautiful late 1940s Winsor and Newton colors, Scholastic. complete with a little squirrel hairbrush and the different or tubes of original pigment. I can't wait to do something fun with this and paint something properly. I hope you enjoyed this little show and tell, and I will see you next time. Take care.